Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Gallimimus. Now, of course, this figure came out in Wave 2 of the Jurassic World Hammond Collection, and this is actually a figure I've been wanting to pick up for a while now. Um, so, over the summer, I found Dr. Grant, and I reviewed him. It's on my channel, you can go find it. And I wanted to look for the Gallimimus too, but I was never able to find it. So I got it eventually, but by the time I got it, it was already too late. So I just or not too late. I thought it was too late, so I just kind of thought, I don't think people want to see reviews for the Hammond Collection Gallimimus. Because like Ellie and the Dilophosaurus just came out, so yeah, I don't know. But I made a poll. I talked about this last week, but I made a poll and again, only one person voted, but they wanted me to do it, and I wasn't against it, so here we are. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say, so let's just get right into this. Of course, to start this review, we'll take a look at the paint, and the painting on this figure, for the most part, is very nice. So as you can see here, most of the figure is casted in this nice orangish color, which I think looks really nice. A lot of the Gallimimuses we've gotten from Mattel, they're usually like a brownish color, so it's nice to see like a proper like, orange Jurassic Park colored Gallimimus here. I mean, yeah, this is the one based off Jurassic Park, but still, even back in like the Legacy collection, all the way back in 2018, they released a Gallimimus that was like brown. So again, it's nice to see an orange Gallimimus figure. So yeah, of course on the back of the neck here, we have a lot of really nice stripes, and they go all the way down the neck, all the way down the body, and to the tail, like up to there. The rest of the tail is just left blank, which I don't get it. Like, I know Mattel, they're just trying to save money, but it's like, I feel like if they stopped investing in NFTs, they wouldn't have to do this. Like they're still trying to do the whole NFT thing, and it's like, Mattel, no one wants that. Stop. But yeah, the underside of the figure is painted a nice white color. Again, just like how it was, colored in Jurassic Park. It would have been nice if this whitish color continued, like, to the underside of the tail here, but that's just me. Going to the feet here, the toenails are painted a nice grayish color with a very glossy finish to them. Unfortunately, the fingernails are not painted, which is a shame, so again, Mattel, if you can stop investing in NFTs, that'd be great, and, focus more on the paint apps on your figures. That would be superb. But, yeah, going to the face here, we can see that the eyes are painted yellow with black pupils. We have a little bit of gray design here under the eye there and on the face, which looks good. The teeth here are painted a whitish color, and the tongue, as well as the membranes on the side of the mouth there, are painted a nice salmon pink, which I think looks good. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. A couple of minor things, again, like more paint apps for the fingernails and even, more stripes going down the tail. That would have been nice. But other than that, like, the painting on this figure is still very nice. And, the things I just mentioned, they are very minor, but it would have been nicer if they included those things. But as it is, the painting here is still very solid. So the painting here definitely gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure is pretty good, so let's take a closer look. So the head can rotate about 360, the head can look up about that far, and down that far. Also, the mouth can open, like so. The base of the neck can move downwards, like so, and it also acts as a swivel, but it is very tight, and I wouldn't recommend moving it, because again, you might break this thing, so don't try to make this thing go 360. The arms can move about 360, though there is this joint that makes them move outwards like so, so that kind of, helps it to go 360, but the arms can move outwards like so. There's a bend at the elbows here, as well as a swivel. Going to the hips here, they can move backwards about that far and forward about that far. There are bends in the knees here, as well as, a swivel. And same with this joint here. Again, They can move up and down like so, and swivel. The base of the tail here has a ball joint and a bendy wire. Though again, I wouldn't recommend moving this around too much because bendy wires. Oh, I'm just noticing this now. There's actually a little hole right there. I don't know if you can see it, like there. But there's a little hole there. So again, be careful when posing the bendy wire tail because the wire might the wire might snap or the wire might tear through the tail. So again, just please be careful. I've seen that happen, not on this figure specifically, but like other figures with bendy wire tails. So again, I always say this, I don't like figures with bendy wire tails because it's not going to last very long. I just prefer regular, just segmented joints. So yeah, just be careful with that. But other than that, though, that's pretty much it for the articulation. And again, besides the bendy wire in the tail, the articulation here is actually very nice. So the articulation here, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure is very nice. First of all, one thing I want to point out, just right off the bat, the feet on this figure are way too big. Again, I talked about this last week in my Hammond Collection Raptor review, but Mattel, since 2018, has had a consistent problem with giving their dinosaur figures just huge feet, just absolutely massive feet, and it's really unnecessary. In their most recent Jurassic Outpost, or not Jurassic Outpost, their Beyond the Gates reveals, they said they're just kind of like, we hear the fans loud and clear, so we're going to include articulated jaws in our herbivorous dinosaurs, which, I mean, that's cool and all, but if you were really listening, then maybe stop giving your theropod dinosaurs huge feet. And also stop with the NFT thing. Again, that would be really nice. Just stop putting money into that and put more money into quality control and, better paint apps. But I digress. So the big feet on this figure, not gonna lie, it is very distracting. Another thing I want to point out about the sculpting on this figure that I don't have a problem with, but I've seen people online talk about this. So this Gallimimus actually has teeth, and I remember people saying how Gallimimus didn't have teeth, and that is true. But at the same time, we haven't really seen like shots of like the Gallimimus with their mouths open like in the original Jurassic Park. I mean, we did, but we didn't get like a clear look at it. And even like the maquettes, I don't think there's like maquette or like concept art for the Gallimimus with like with their mouths open showing their teeth. So we don't know for sure. Maybe they did have teeth in Jurassic Park, maybe they didn't. But I can see why people would be upset by this because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree. I think no teeth would look nicer. But again, very minor and absolutely not the end of the world whatsoever. And not even a problem I have, but still something I think is worth pointing out. But other than the big feet, I think the sculpting on this figure is pretty much perfect. I think it captures the likeness of the Stan Winston maquette very nicely. I mean, the head might be a little too big, but considering we have like a joint at the base of the head, like it kind of makes sense. Just like very minor stuff like that, but overall the sculpting on this figure does look very nice. So the sculpting on this figure, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is very nice. So let's take a closer look at that. So starting off at the head here, we can see all the scaling and all the wrinkles and whatnot in the face there is detailed very nicely. Everything here just looks great. And again, going down the neck here, just a lot of really nice musculature, and all the creases and wrinkles in the skin is just very nice looking, very well defined. And throughout the body, again, just a lot of really nice, wrinkles in the skin here, and all the scaling, again, just perfectly designed, or defined, I should say, sorry. Nice bit of musculature here on the side of the body. The arms here, again, have a lot of really nice musculature. And again, all the little scales and everything like that are detailed very nicely. And even the hands here are detailed very nicely as well. So there you go. Going to the side of the legs here. Again, just a lot of really nice musculature here, and just all the scaling and all the wrinkles and whatnot in the skin here just looks great. And even these unnecessarily massive feet, these have a lot of really nice detailing here as well. All the scales on the toes here just look great. And going to the tail here, again, all the detailing here, all the wrinkles and all the creases in the skin there, and just a lot of really nice musculature. And that continues all the way to the end of the tail there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. And the detailing here is definitely very solid. So the detailing on this figure, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now we'll do some size comparisons. Here we have the Hammond collection, Dr. Alan Grant. And the Gallimimus was definitely bigger in the movie, but I still think these two scale decently enough together. Here we have the original Legacy Collection Gallimimus. I forgot the name of the line for a second. And this is the part of the video where I compare this figure to the original Kenner Gallimimus. And I actually don't have that figure. For one, I think it's a little too expensive, for how it looks. And two, I wanted to get it, but then Mattel started releasing a bunch of Gallimimus figures, and I just kind of thought, you know what, I think I'm just going to stick with these. So, yeah, unfortunately, I do not have the original Kenner Gallimimus, but to fill in that void, here we have the Hammond Collection Velociraptor. So, there they all next to each other. And, of course, here we have some hand sanitizer. And, of course, here we have Dr. Billy Grant. So at the end of the day, should you get this figure? Honestly, I'd say yes. I think that this is a very nice figure for what it is. Some minor things I don't like. The painting, I think, could have been touched up a little more. And the feet, like I said, are way too big. But overall, this figure is still very nice, and I definitely recommend that you guys pick him up. As far as price tags go, he's about $15 at Target. I almost said Walmart. No, Target. So if you do want this guy, then definitely pick him up there. As far as my international viewers go, I'm not 100% sure about where to get these these Hammond collection figures. I don't know which stores sell what. I know there's drama with Toyopolis, I think it's called. It's it's based in the UK. They sell the Hammond collection, Jurassic World figures, and yeah, I guess they canceled their line for a little bit, so they weren't carrying the line anymore. Here they are now, but again, I remember there's a big thing going on. So, from all my international viewers, I hope you're able to get this guy if you want him, because this is, not perfect, but still, he is a very nice figure. And, if you are an American viewer of mine, then Target's your best bet. Or I'm pretty sure this guy is on Amazon, but he's kind of pricey on Amazon. So yeah, regardless, there are means of buying this figure. I just don't know which ones are the best or most conventional. But there are ways to buy this figure via online besides eBay. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Zack out.